So we are done designing the desktop view of our home page. Now it is not enough to design the desktop view of your website. Remember, 80% of people will always visit your website right from their mobile phones. So it is important your website is responsive on every kind of devices, the desktop view, the tablet view, and the mobile view. So now let's see how you can design your website on the tablet view and also the mobile view.
And to do that, we're going to come to this icon here, which symbolizes the tablet. And I'm going to click on it, and you can see it is not looking really nice on the tablet. So we need to make sure that everything is organized here. So first, I think we should reduce this font a tad little bit. So I'm going to come here to the font size and I'm going to tune that down to 35 or thereabouts. Just leave it at 36. And now I want to bring down this image so that it comes down here. And to do that, remember we actually adjusted it with the transform option. So I'm going to go to advanced and I'll go to transform and I'll select this and I'll tune this down. Now, if you look up here, you would see this icon here and it says tablet portrait. So this shows you all the options that can be corrected with on the tablet option. So if I go to the desktop view, you see it shows desktop here. So it's just a prompt to let you know you are adjusting for your desktop view. You are going to see this a lot in all the options, in all the settings here. So it's just to show you that you are editing for the tablet view or for the mobile view. All right, so let's tone this down. And I think I am happy with this. And now I want this stacked on top of each other instead of them being on a row the way they are. So to do that, I will simply click on the container option here. Click on it here and I'm going to come to this direction option and I'm going to select column vertical. So this will make them stack on top of each other. And again, I want it to spread out instead of them being at the side. First, let's make sure it is justified and centered aligned. So I'm going to select this option here and I'll click on align items center. All right, so now it is centralized. Next, I want to make sure that this box is spread out. I don't like them very small like this. To do that, I'll click on this element, go to style, I'll go to advanced, I beg your pardon, and where it says custom width, I'm going to increase it and make sure it fills the page a little bit, just like this. And I think 520 is fine. So I'm just going to copy this value so that we can as well apply it to the rest of them. So yeah, this looks nice. And I'm still going to bring up this image a bit. It looks like it is floating. So I'll go to transform and bring it up a bit. And this looks fine to me. And moving along, this looks okay. So we're just going to leave this as it is. And this is not looking nice. So also I want this to be stacked on top of each other instead of it being on a row, all right? And to do that, we're also going to select the section and change the direction to column vertical, and that will bring them on a row. And also I want to make sure that they are centralized. So I will select the section again and go to layout, and where it says align items, you click on center, and that basically centers it for you. Meanwhile, I think we should still expand the boxes a little bit. To do that, just select the column, the container right here, and you want to go to layout and width. I'm just going to increase the width like so. And these items, I want it to be centralized here in the middle, and align items, you select center. All right, so this looks okay, and I'm going to repeat the same steps for the rest. All right, so we have this out of the way now, and now we'll go to the next section, and this looks pretty ugly. Again, I want it stacked on top of each other instead of it being in two columns, all right, sideways. So I'm going to select this section and change this also to vertical, and now they are stacked on top of each other, but it still looked all crammed up. So I'm going to go to layout, and you want to select align items right here under the layout. Okay, align items, and now everything is centralized, but this image still looks cut out. So we want to make sure it is in its full width. So I'm going to select this container, and I am going to increase the width a bit, and then the height, I'm going to increase it so that it shows up all of the image. All right, and I think this is okay by me. And we want to make sure that this is centralized. This is also centralized. Go to style, make sure it's in the center. And also I want this to be centralized. Okay, so this looks pretty nice. I'm going to increase the width. So select this and go to advanced, and I want to select custom, and I'm going to increase this width and make sure it's centered. All right, so I think I am fine with this, and let's make sure that this button is also aligned in the center like so. All right, so moving on, go to the next section, and this section looks pretty okay, so we're just going to leave it like it is. I wouldn't want to focus much on the tablet version because I'm more interested in the desktop and the mobile view, right? I mean, you should always design everything nice, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to um, rush everything through. And for this, I think we should bring down the image a bit. So, um, or you know what, let's bring this up a bit. Let's bring the text. Alternatively, what we could do is make them stack on top of each other instead of sideways. I think let's leave them sideways this time around, and I'm going to untick this padding, and that will basically bring it up. But then let's increase it and give it a padding of 30, and I think this looks okay. Let's adjust the image. All right, so we're just going to leave this like this, and I'm going to apply the same settings right here. Go to advanced, and I'm going to untick this, give this a padding of 30, and link it together, and I think this is fine. All right, so our footer looks okay, so we're just going to leave it as it is. Now let's go to the mobile view without wasting much time. All right, so here is the mobile view, and we want to make sure it is also looking nice. And first, I want to reduce the font of this text also. Um, I think I'll go with this, and the space between the top and here is a bit much. So I'm going to select this container, go to advanced, and I'll cancel out this padding. So that basically brings this text up. But then I think we should still add a little bit of padding. I'm going to add 15, or let's make it um 30. So I think 30 is fine. And yeah, now I want to drop down this button a little bit. It looks cramped up there. Going to go to advanced, and what do we use now? Let's use margin and margin top. We want to increase the margin top and bring the button down a bit. And this looks nice. Now we have an image, and our image is missing. So let's bring it out from where it is. I'm going to select this image right here, and I'll go to transform, offset, and bring the image up a bit and centralize this image right here, just behind this box. All right, so I want us to make this image a little bit bigger, and to do that I'm going to select the container and cancel out this padding. All right, so now the image is a bit bigger, and again I want to bring it up, so I'm going to go to transform, offset, and I'm going to try to bring it up a bit by reducing the value like so, and I think we should leave it like this. All right, so our mobile view is shaping up. Again, this looks fine to me, so we're just going to leave it as it is. And here the text looks cramped up. First, I think we should reduce the font. So I'm going to leave it like so. And also we need to give these some breathing space. They look cramped up. So I'm going to increase the width. So you go to advanced and custom width and get it increased. All right, so this looks nice. And this looks pretty much nice. But let's see if reducing the height makes it better, and I think it does. So we're just going to reduce the height like so, and it looks okay. So I'm going to copy this value, so I will apply it to the rest of them. Going to click here and paste the value, click here and paste the value. All right, so this looks okay, and now we are here with this image, and what we want to do is, let's try adding some padding to this. I'm going to give it 20. Or you know what, let's get rid of the padding entirely. Alright, so I'm going to reduce this height like so. And let's play with the margin and the padding to make sure that we have what we want. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this. And we want to make sure that this is aligned to the center, and let's cancel out this padding and apply it to all sides so that things are pretty much centralized. I'm going to reduce this font. So I mean, designing for the mobile view could be tricky sometimes, so you just have to um, tweak all the settings and see things that works for you. All right, so 33 for this header here, and I think this is okay. I'm going to scroll down, and you can see the space between here and here is a bit much, so I'm just going to go to the padding, and you can see padding top, and then you see this sign here which says mobile portrait. So you can see everything showing up here as mobile portrait. So it means you're applying all the settings to the mobile view alone. All right, so I'm going to remove this and add padding of 32, and I'm going to reduce this font. So I'm going to select it, go to style, typography, and just make it 25, and that is okay. And these I want to increase the width so it fills up the page a little bit. So I'm going to go to advanced custom width. I'm going to increase it like so, and this looks perfect. All right. Also, I want to make sure this image is a bit bigger, so I'm going to cancel out this padding here, and now it's filling it up. And let's make this centralized. I'm going to click on it, go to style, and center it. Select this also, go to style, center it, and select the button, go to style, and center it. And I think this looks okay. Now, instead of in this next section, instead of having this text here, I want to bring up this image and have it here so that we have this image right here before this text. To do that, I'm going to select this section, and the direction I'm going to select column reverse, column vertical rather. So you select column vertical, and column vertical will change the position of the image top. All right, and now I'm going to cancel out the padding so that it fills up the whole box. So I'm going to select this container, go to advanced, and cancel out the padding. And now we have this. So I'm going to centralize this also. Yes, and now everything is centered. And last but not the least, we want to adjust the footer. So I'm going to reduce the fonts here and make it 26. I think 26 is fine. And we want to give this text some breathing space, give it some width. So you go to select the text, go to advanced and custom width, going to increase it like so. And it can't get any much more than this because we have a lot of padding going around here. So I'm going to come to my section, go to advanced and cancel out this padding, and let's add a padding of 50 to the whole sides. So now this looks pretty much nice. All right, so we are done adjusting the mobile view, the tablet view, and the desktop view of our home page. So now everything looks organized in all layouts.